Guys, today I've been up here in Suffolk, Virginia doing some work, but where I'm staying across the street is a cemetery called Cedar Hill Cemetery. I tell you, this place is beautiful. Talk about historic. It is on the historic site in Suffolk, Virginia. And I'm gonna flip some things around and just show you and do a little walkthrough because called Cedar Hill Cemetery with a lot of trees. It's just a beautiful, beautiful resting spot. And it dates back to 1800s. Let me flip the camera around here. So this is as you're coming into the entrance, they have this monument here erected in memory of the men and women in Namesund County who gave their lives in the World War 1917-1919. This is quite a monument here, beautiful monument. It's really nice and quiet out here. We're in like right near downtown Suffolk. So this is as you're coming into the entrance here. I'll go up as you pull in. And it's on a hill. There's a lot of trees. And I'm gonna try to get up there and do a little walkthrough. Some of these headstones they date back to the 1800s. I was kind of driving through. I might get in my vehicle and kind of do you a drive through also. But I do want to walk up here, show you the entrance. But it caught my eye and I was like, wow, that was a nice cemetery in there. You don't usually, say that when you're driving by places, but if it's on the historic site, there's a little sign over here. Cedar Hill Cemetery, listed on the National Register of Historic Places and the Virginia Landmarks Registry. It's open daily from dawn to dusk. So anybody can drive in here, walk around. I did see people walking around. And, I see a lot of people that do that. They'll come in here and get their exercise and walk around the cemetery. I don't know why, but maybe because it's peaceful and it's quiet. And then they could have loved ones in here too. But some of these headstones are just unbelievable. Look at this one over here with the cannonballs. You just don't really see headstones like this nowadays. Look at this, 18. General Lawrence Simmons Baker, Army of Northern Virginia, 1861 to 1865. A lot of old headstones in here. Here's another one that caught my eye. This monument. If you had a monument like this nowadays, it'd cost you thousands. Thousands. In loving remembrance of Jackson Eastham, June 28, 1881, age 43 years. But if you turn up the hill, it goes up the hill, of course, hence the name Cedar Hill. But a lot of trees up here, a lot of shade, very peaceful. I had to just get out and walk around a little bit, see some of these old headstones. People don't think people take the time to look at the past a little bit. I like to get out and explore, see things that we're so used to just driving by, These headstones here, here's another one, Crump. Look, they got like the whole wall around it. Granite. Died 1913. Oh, let me turn the camera here. 1913. Wife of George Henry Crump. September 26, 1913. I bet these monuments, if you clean them up, I mean, this is all granite. Look at that. They would shine up really, really well. But they just leave the moss here. And Dr. Philip P. Baker. I can't even see the date on this one. 1887. Wow. It's kind of sad because, you know, a lot of these people, their family members are probably, you know, you don't see flowers out here. So they probably, you know, they're long gone. But just look at the work that's gone into like this site here with all the brick. They got a little wall all the way around it. That's an old one, 1797, 1875. Wow. I'll walk down here a little bit. Here's another plot here that's all squared off. Webb, 1882, 1952. Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Appeals of Virginia. Prentice. Robert Riddick Prentice. 1855 to 1931. Look at these stones carved on the end too. Some of them are so old you can't see what they engraved in it. But man, how cool is that? It's just the has just worn them out over the years. Like here's another squared off lot too. Looks like no one's even in this one. Interesting. I like how they have these like little, like they're family lots really. They probably purchased them years ago. They're granite. What's this one? Curious. 1837 to 1895. Someone's taking care of this one. You can kind of see how it's shined up. They come out and take care of this one. Because it's white. It's all shined up. There's a little bit of mildew on there, but you can tell they come out here and take care of this. Today's a nice day to be out walking around too. Like I said, there's a lot of people walking in here. Oh, I walk through here. A little path. The grass is kind of wet, but I wanted to go check out this little fountain over here, see what this is. See what this little placard says. My feet are getting soaked. I'm great. Looks like they got a little water wheel here. Maybe this was running at some point. Yeah. It's like this. Let me see what this says. You can tell water was coming out of this. Oh, I can't read it. It's worn off and it's in Braille too. Oh. How interesting though. The gnats are out today. Oh, my feet are getting soaked. The grass is wet. I walk back over here, get on a path. So look at this one here with the wrought iron. This has been out here for years. Look at this. This is the whole family. Ellie. January 2nd. They actually have like a little entrance right here you can go in. But look at the work that was done in this years ago, huh? Samuel Ellie, born in 1802, died 1879. Wow. Look at these stones here. The cross. That's all carved out too. You can tell it was chiseled. Yep, wife of A.S. Ellie. Just like the Ellie family, 1873. That's a little bit later, 1970. Born 1873 and 1970, so that's a later gravestone there. But still, they got the fence that goes all the way around it. Just some interesting history here. And this is just a little section. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see how far it goes. I'm on the hill here. You see, I'm going to try to get in my vehicle and just drive around a little bit so you can get a better perspective. But I just had to get out and walk around here. It was just seemed like a nice peaceful walk. Here's another fence here. Preslow. Look at 1880 fence, look at that. How cool is that? These monuments. They're so big too. And my dad had passed away, you know, a couple years ago, and the option was just like for cremation because the graveyard and the headstones are so expensive. They'll run you 20 grand for a funeral nowadays, if not more. We did cremation, and even that was like 4,500. But I mean, back in the days, I mean, people, it looks like they just went all out with headstones. Look at this one up here too. This is another, it's like another section. I like how they have like, they buy like a whole plot. You don't see that nowadays. And they just kind of like fence it off. Look at the details. Look at the detail in this. You do not see that nowadays. Wow. They have their name carved at the entrance. Oh, I can't see how, is it Cohoon? Kind of looks like a C. Wow. Yeah, Cohoon, C-O-H-O-O-N. There's another one. 1824 to 1880. Wow. There's another big headstone over here. 1838 to 1908. Yanderslice. Oh, Vanderslice. Vanderslice. George Curtis Vanderslice. Just look at the details they put in with the leaf. You know back in the day that this was just shining. Look at that. It's a shame that they don't really take care of it because you can see these old nameplates way down here. Some are broken. It's a shame, but man, they have some beautiful sights up here. Turning around here. Another old chiseled out headstones. 1860 to 1934. But it goes back, way back there. Let me try to walk down through here a little bit. Look at this wrought iron fence. The details in it. Oh, see how old these are. I like how they have the entrance and everything else is squared off. You can still come in and look. Look at the details in this. I mean, it's just, I mean, this has been out here for years. Oh, what does this say? If I can see the 1832 to 1880, Joseph Booth. In loving memory of my father. Oh, I can't, it's so hard to see. Because they're so worn out. Oh my goodness. But see, I'm kind of up on the hill, I'm looking down. I'm gonna try to give you guys a quick drive through here too, kind of give you how it's laid out. They have like a big mausoleum over here. Look at that. Look at this. How nice is this? Darden. 1938. Wow. You know that would cost some money nowadays. How well built is that? Wow. It's so cool looking. Of course, I got locks on the door. You're not going to go in it, but the doors are really neat, all wrought iron. Wow. So this is kind of looking down to the other street that you can go out of. But I'm going to get in my vehicle and kind of just drive back up here. There's a little hill you can drive up, and it goes in the back there, just to kind of give you guys a better perspective. I'm just going to do a quick ride through. But if you ever get out this way and stop, just take a few minutes to come in here. I mean, the history, you know, if you like history, this is a pretty cool spot, you know, to see where people are laid to rest. And just a beautiful place for their families too, to come out and walk around and pay respect. Who pays respect to people who've, you know, years ago? You just don't see that nowadays. You know, just give them a little remembrance. It's kind of neat to see the gravestones and what they did for a living and what have you. Let's get in the vehicle and drive around. So yeah, I'm gonna just drive up this hill and kind of show you the other side over here. Give you guys a little bit better perspective. How nice it is in here. It's all shaded. I can see why people kind of want to walk, kind of come in here and walk around, get their exercise in. I travel a lot, so I see a lot of people doing that, like different cemeteries and have you. I think it's just because it's a peaceful place just to walk and relax. But you come up the hill. And look at all these beautiful trees in here. There's a lot of headstones in here. And you can drive in here, drive up and down. I'm going to drive down through this little, maybe I'll take the next one. Some of these are really tight to get through with the trees and stuff. You just got to be careful. But look at that one with the arch on it. Artman, 1830 to 1909. Father and mother in death undivided. That's a unique stone. I haven't seen one like that. Kind of connecting the both of them with an arch. That's kind of cool. My parents, my mom's still, you know, living, but my parents, you know, my dad's buried, but they did buy a site together. But I've never seen one like the arch like that, in death undivided. That's unique. That's unique. Daughtry. There's little squirrels out there running around the headstones. Just come out here with nature. I've seen birds out here sitting on headstones and nature and little animals running around. Just a lot of unique, different headstones. You know, you go to some of these older cemetery sites and you see a lot of unique headstones. People just can't afford these kind of headstones nowadays. I mean, I'm sure some people can, but you know, the average American, I mean, they're probably going to get a little plaque or something basic. It's just unique how they're squared off like family sites. It's kind of, I like that. Looks like they could have, you know, they designed it the way they wanted to with either bricks back in the day or granite, wrought iron fencing. Mm. 1863, 1930. Some of them are fairly newer. You know, there's some 70s in here. I see 1970s. There's one right there. So there are some people in here with some later headstones, 1899 to 1979. It seems like for the most part, I mean, they still probably got a little bit of land in here, but it seems for them like the most part it's filled up. And the city runs this place, but it's on the historic site, so 1856 to 1920. Walton. It looks like, you know, I see that a lot too, where there's headstones, but no dates. But the headstones are very, very old. You know, people could have moved. I can see that if somebody moved and they didn't take care of the headstone, you know, they purchased it before they pass away. Shreves. I like to see names. Haynes. Everybody has their unique name. Is Matthews. You can see how tight tight it is up here. You got to be careful. The roads are narrow. Bird. There's some crosses up there. Some people use a cross as their headstones. Savage. I like that name, Savage. And Harold. I wonder if that was his first and last name, or Harold Savage? Let's see. Oh. Baker. I don't know, some of them are just like blocks. Here we go. Raleigh Harold. So that might have been, I don't know, I'm kind of confused. Raleigh Harold, and then Savage name on the other side. I don't know if anybody knows, let me know. Cross. Like, see how they got their own Harry Lee cross, Marion Austin cross. This is 45, 1958. They got their own little site here too, with a little wall. So that'll kind of do it. I just want to kind of give you guys an idea if you're up here in Suffolk, Virginia, you know, if you're up here in Norfolk, staying anywhere around here, come in and check this place out. Just take your time and just walk through. It's peaceful. It really is. I had to come over here and just take a look. Well, thanks for riding with me, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little different, but you know, my name of the channel is Explore Before Sundown. It's always something to see out there, something to do. Doesn't cost you any money.